Hello viewers, and welcome to another video with Horror Daily Movies. In this video, the review will be about a Japanese low-budget breakthrough horror com called One Cut of the Dead. Let's begin. The main cast of One Cut of the Dead includes Takayuki Hamatsu as Higurashi, who is playing the director of the movie. Yuzuki Akiyama is Chinatsu, and Kazuaki Nagaya is Ko, lead actors of the film being produced. Harumi Shuhama is also featured in the film as Nao, the makeup artist. Supporting characters in the film include Hosoda, the cameraman played by Manabu Hosoi, Yamago, the sound engineer played by Shuntaro Yamazaki, and assistant director Takehara played by Hiroshi Ichihara. The film is known as Kamera o Tomerona in its country of origin, Japan. The phrase translates to "don't stop the camera." The film features a film inside of itself. That's right, something straight out of Inception. The film is about a filmmaker trying hard to make a zombie apocalypse movie for live television, but he must do so in a single cut. The film unravels itself in 3 layers. The first stage of the movie catches people off guard as it takes a rather light-hearted start with struggling film director Higurashi working on a project called One Cut of the Dead. Desperate for big screen success, Higurashi's frustrations mount up as he is neck deep in debts. On top of that, his cast and crew are uncooperative and quarrelsome. Fed up, he decides to paint a pentagram with blood on the abandoned water filtration plant where he is shooting the film, in hopes to add realism to the film after hearing rumors about the plant's haunted past. At this point, the film starts to take a serious turn as cameraman Hosoda turns into an actual zombie. He bites the assistant director, Takehara, and turns him into a zombie as well. Acting quickly, lead actors Chinatsu and Ko, teaming up with makeup artist Nao, lock the zombies out of the plant. Higurashi, however, has gone eccentric and insists on using footage from the real zombies to add realism to his film. Yamago, the sound engineer, rushes outside of the plant in a frenzy, but he too is infected by the zombies. Higurashi brings him back in, basically exposing every human to him as Yamago infects them all. Now the film starts to introduce a little bit of horror for the unsuspecting viewer as Nao decapitates Yamago, reminding everyone of the 80s era slasher flicks. The blood splashes on Nao and she probably gets infected. The trio reunites and tries to flee, but now the gone wild director, Higurashi, has facilitated an attack on the survivors by infected humans. Chinatsu is saved by Ko and they reunite with Nao. Being ever so skeptical, Nao decides to kill Chinatsu, fearing she might be infected. However, Ko kills Nao to save Chinatsu, but he too is infected by Nao. An unidentified zombie is seen approaching Chinatsu, but leaves, surprisingly. Chinatsu tries to reach out to the infected Ko, but is interrupted by the zombified Nao. Chinatsu beheads Ko and then kills Higurashi, who is scolding her for killing his actors. The film ends with Chinatsu standing on the blood pentagram in a trance-like state. Now, you might be wondering, that's a pretty serious horror script, but at the very moment, the second segment of the movie starts, which reveals that all of this was the shooting of a film in turn for a live TV show known by the same name, where no cuts or retakes are possible. Adding even more humor to the plot is its third segment, which gives the viewer a point of view of the chaotic shooting for One Cut of the Dead. How Takayuki Hamatsu and his wife Harumi Shuhama stepped in to portray the director Higurashi and makeup artist Nao in an emergency after the actual lead actors didn't show up. Other humorous moments include Manabu Hosoi, who played Hosoda, passing out drunk and vomiting on the set. Off-script incidents such as Shuntaro Yamazaki getting diarrhea and leaving the set, hence his character Yamago leaving the plant. Harumi Shuhama actually harms the crew members while filming the chase scene before getting restrained by her husband. The zombie that did not attack Chinatsu is revealed to be a crew member who was giving instructions to his fellows who formed a human pyramid to capture a scene after the tower crane was broken. The film ends on a lighter note as the crew members celebrate successfully shooting that scene. The film was the blend of 2 of the most unrelated genres of film, horror and humor, but the writer, Shin'ichirô Ueda, pulled it off successfully. The film in actuality is more centered around the troubles of filmmaking than it is around a zombie apocalypse or anything else, depicting the struggles of filmmakers who must deal with uncooperative crew members, cast with an attitude, tight budget and deadlines, topping it off with equipment failure, referred to the faux crane scene. Higurashi himself is shown to be someone who puts financial success over storytelling and art, but the odds force him to improve and improvise, as it is a live broadcast without any retakes. The crew, like magicians, also improvise on off-script incidents to keep the reel rolling and the audience engaged without knowing whether it was a crew member running off studio intended or just his stomach acting up. It also depicts the beauty of human collaboration and the success it brings. The improvised crane scene where all crew members form a human pyramid to shoot one scene. In all, it shows that filmmaking is not a one-man show. You can have the best directors, the biggest stars, the most talented crew, but might not succeed if you don't work as a cohesive unit, lifting each other up and rising to the challenges by improvisation and adaptation. Did you like the video? Then leave a thumbs up to support the channel. Subscribe and click on the bell icon to never miss out on the latest horror film reviews. And to watch more reviews like this, click here. Until next time.